Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights. Hi, and I hope you're well. And let's jump right in for your April 8th reading. And as we have done other readings, and I know you're very excited about this solar eclipse in Aries. And let's see what the angel oracles want you to know for the week of April 8th. And that there's angelic protection. Well, this is a very intense eclipse with Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. So there's a lot of passion and energy coming up for my Aries, and you're going to have to take time to use this eclipse to get insights and downloads into something going on right now in the month of April, coming up with this eclipse, and things about healing, things that have been left over from your childhood where you have been wounded and have kept a certain kind of self-image that is no longer serving you, Pisces. And that is saying that you're going to encounter these deep, dark waters of emotion, but that will lead to a certain kind of healing that will come from our own intuitions and from our downloads. So be in touch with what is coming up, even if you get these weird ideas or these sudden sense of hearing something right in your mind that is very clear and audible. So that is what's going on. Intuitions and downloads. And you've got the angelic protection overseeing this. And I invite you to bring your own thought to this reading, a feeling, something you're working on, so you can feel personally connected to each of the cards. And this is you coming into April 8th, into this solar eclipse. And you're feeling very planted, very grounded, which is wonderful, very fiery. This is a card of Aries. So it's saying you're looking out to your horizons. This might appear in the card like this is a desert. You see how it's so bright and yellow. But this merchant or this entrepreneur or this adventurer is put the ships out and is waiting for something to come in, waiting for that information. You might have put out a resume and wanting to see what comes back, or a creative project that you're really fiery about, or even something in a relationship, but you're putting out this energy with confidence and seeing what comes back, seeing if people will like that, will respond. And what challenges that is this sense of the victory, the Nine of Wands. So it's saying that whatever you put out there is coming back victoriously. You might have felt like you were in a battle for a very looking out, waiting in this time of limbo, but suddenly you have this recognition. Some information has come in and there is a victory parade. You've been very successful. You've heard word news that people are honoring and recognizing your talents, Pisces, as you come into this week of April 4th. And then you've got the queen of all queens. The Empress is there at the foundation. And they're inviting you to be creative, to be productive, to be nurturing your projects, because it seems like this has a lot to do with what you're doing and what you're putting your energy into and what's very passionate for you. And the Empress is very passionate, and that is at the foundation, kind of underpinning this a week for you. Beauty, success, feeling just voluptuous and very loving and very nurturing of this success you have. And what's coming in the recent past was strength. We are coming to this situation because in the recent past you have been asked to use that inner courage, to trust that you have that angelic protection to push forward in a gentle yet firm way, to face those inner beasts within you. and to tame those energies that can come out as aggression or as ambition out of control or as pushy or as angry, but you're taming and calibrating that energy. And it's leading you to what the higher power want you to see as part of the download is you have used a lot of strength, that infinite power from the universe, and now you're up against the back of a tree. And this is like Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree. But this is that energy that you've climbed up and your back is against the wall. You're sitting against this tree of life, waiting in a kind of apathetic way. But it could be also that you're just bored with what this energy is or what your situation is in terms of a relationship, in terms of love, in terms of what feels and coming up from your intuition. And you're disappointed. Maybe you're looking back to the past where you've had to use so much strength and courage, but is it worth it? Do I want to go on with this relationship? So you're evaluating your feelings about all of this beauty and success and foundational energies that you put out there with a lot of potential for growth and just beauty of all kinds, success. And so this says at the crown, what you're ready now is to maybe take a new offering in love, take a new a project on that you really love, because you come to this in a successful outcome. So maybe this is why you're kind of a little bored, Pisces, in April 8th. But you are coming right now into this time of having to be very focused on your finances, on your job, on your work. And this is the first appearance of the Pentacles, because we have all of the wands, but then the Empress and Strength. These two very powerful major arcana. And then the Cup of disappointment, of wondering, of waiting, of being kind of in limbo, in the backwaters, but you're being offered something at the crown, and this offering might lead to needing to work at something, balance your finances, stand strong in what you have produced, but don't only focus on just the money, just the material world, because you see the Strength card. She has this figure 8, which is saying she gets her power from the infinite source. And this has the money on top of the crown, which is in money I trust. This is in God I trust. This is in the material world, the matrix. That's all there is. And so I'm going to have to be very tight with my money, tight with my body, tight with my possessions. This could be greedy and stingy. Because there is too much emphasis on money. And that could lead you to feeling like you're in a situation of having to fight and battle for what you want right now, to go into a situation, and it's like my way or the highway. And it's, why is this here, this sword? Because this could be that you are coming into this sense of this sense of the victory parade, this sense of recognition, Pisces. And you put something out, now you're being recognized. There's the Empress saying that you have everything you possibly need to grow this, to nurture it, to love this, to be productive. And you have all the strength and courage to stand up and go for this, whatever it takes. And then there's suddenly a sense of a kind of lull, a pause, a reflection, or wondering, a doubt, and that's how the enemy gets into our head. We have all this victory, we have all this beauty and success, but then we can't fully receive these intuitions and downloads, and so we close ourselves off to that power that potency in the cup that's being offered to us. And that is why there is the sense of, we have these 2 4s, and then the pentacle, and then it progresses to the 5, which is conflict, battle with words, battle in your mind about feeling that you've been victimized, you've been unfairly treated, or maybe that you you're looking back at the victory parade and thinking, well, maybe what challenged me putting something out is somebody else's victory, and you're looking back at that and saying, I feel victimized by that, or I am envious. I want to defeat that energy. Let's get more clarity, because in the environment is this Page of Cups saying, in the environment, there is a new opportunity presenting itself, something that's coming out of a dream, or this environment, or someone you've been fighting with or engaging with in this conflict, this sense of right or wrong, my way or the highway. There's an offering of this new idea that comes out of a dream or comes out of your intuition from this download, but it's coming to you, Pisces, through your environment, through somebody is in your environment that is awakening a sense of this new possibility and love that's connected to this 4 of Cups. And you're having to balance and be flexible and be willing to change a habit with the money, and not be so stingy, be more flexible and generous and able to move and flow with the ebb and flow of money and wealth and what you're doing with your work. And the advice is to be careful about whatever this is, this nightmare that keeps coming up. And this comes up for a lot of the cards during this, a lot of the, signs, zodiac signs this week, because after this solar eclipse in Aries, we might feel some residue of past wounds, because Chiron is the wounded healer that's coming in to be present as one of the outer planets during this solar eclipse. And so it's saying that whatever it is that is you're going over and over in your mind, Pisces, with worry, with feeling like, this is going to be a catastrophe. You're very caught up in depressive thoughts. These thoughts might go over and over in your mind to the point where you begin to believe them and can't get to sleep, or wake up in the middle of the night in a sweat because you're having a nightmare. So something is coming up out of this for you, Pisces, to see this week of this eclipse. And let's get some clarity from the angel cards. Why is it that we have the 3 of Wands, this sense of putting something out there, waiting for information or notification to come in after you're planning and you put the project out there, seeing if people like your services, like what you're creating. And it says, listen deeply. Well, listen deeply as you're putting something out. Listen deeply to others or to someone about this energy you're putting out there, and see if you can hear something during this eclipse. Listen deeply. See if you're getting these downloads and intuitions that you hear. And this victory is a challenge. Why? Because of the need for self-acceptance. Well, if you listen deeply, and this self-acceptance is helping you to accept you are a success. Pisces, success is coming through your self-acceptance, victory, recognition. And the Empress is here all along. And you're going to connect with the Empress through signs and reminders in nature. Something around this eclipse, you're going to see something that's very potent. Butterflies, a rainbow, or just some a sense of encouragement within that gives you that faith to go forward in love, in beauty, in productivity, in creation. And you're going to have joy and contentment because of this strength. Well, when we're courageous and go for what we want, whatever the difficulty, whatever the obstacles that are put in our way, and we tame that inner beast and use that power of force, we have joy and contentment. And the manifestation is coming when you take this other cup, this offering from the Four of Cups. There is a cup being offered from your higher power, and it's the cup of a manifestation, because see, her hands are like this cup overflowing. And you're right now in the present of this week, the center of the week, you are going to be dealing with some money issues, with balancing your resources, feeling like you have to work really hard to keep it all afloat financially. Being very focused on that. And harmony and resolution is coming about that, something with your career, something with an investment. And you are in this sense of whatever this a card of the Three of Wands, what you're putting out there this week, what you want to get information on and get response from the outer community or way out there. You might be putting something out on the internet. And waiting to receive information. And this fight is because of you need to cut the cords. Well, wow, that's powerful. You see this, the Five of Swords has that sword. And maybe sometimes you do have to cut the sword, cut the cord and use the sword. And to fight for what is true and right and go for it. To finish that, whatever that is that's holding you back. And the page is here because of the learning experience that your environment is showing you through this dreams, through your something in the imagination is coming up as a learning experience. And once you cut the cords with this Five of Swords, and you will have a learning experience. And Pisces, that is an important way of learning for you through this experience. And you're balancing and trying to be flexible as you change, and you're bringing in holy love to that energy that you're balancing, sharing, adapting to this holy love, to this new transition in terms of a learning experience that leads to holy love. And you're bringing that holy love to this traumatic mindset of something that has to be released from your nightmares. You have this cup with this dream of the fish coming up, and then it's like, what is it that you keep going over and over in your mind? Some worry, some feeling of being traumatized, being held back, somebody treating you very cruelly or punishing you or hurting you. And then you've internalized that to the point where you do it to yourself, or you are so involved in thinking this way. Why is this here for my Pisces? Because you have opportunity to and change. You've got the Two of Pentacles, which is a flexibility and adaptability as change. And opportunity and change is going to lead to healing from this Nine of Swords, from this worry, from this nightmare. And you can wake up, and you're waking up to opportunity and change. And let's get one final card from our fairy to lighten the day, lighten the week of April 8th, and to take into that portal of the total solar eclipse in Aries. Business venture. Well, during this eclipse, you will see new opportunities through these downloads and intuitions, and that will lead to a business venture that's going to be very fortuitous for you, because you've got the Empress here, and she is successful, abundant, productive, creative. And trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. And that's what I have for you, Pisces. And if you like the way I read, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I would love to hear how this resonates with you in this week ahead of April 8th. And you know I love you, and we're in this interconnected field, realizing we have that angelic protection to use that strength and courage to move forward into manifestation, and using that Empress to manifest with this love and self-acceptance that's coming, Pisces. See you next time. Bye-bye.